You mentioned earlier in a quick interview that you were doing that I kind of checked in on there about controlling your own destiny. Obviously, that's a little bit out of the wayside right now. San Diego's obviously going to control the conference race. Is there a magic number that you guys have to get to in terms to get that RPI working back in your favor?
Well, to be honest with you, I've not been in a position to understand the RPI as well as some folks that have been in postseason more regularly, but I'm sure there is. I don't know what that number is. I just know that we've got an uphill battle now in terms of trying to get ourselves into the tournament. The surest way would have been to win the league. We're going to have to rely on some people to help us while we take care of business ourselves. The last 2 weekends that we have, as well as tomorrow, which is where it starts. And if it gets to the consideration of a committee, then I'm not sure we can get in, but we've got some good opponents. We play on the road a lot, and if we can play well under those circumstances, then maybe there'd still be a chance.
Who have you got left coming up in the Pac-10?
We have home and away with Washington State. We have Oregon here, and then we have, of course, the two conference series on the road remaining.
Right. So if you get out and get a game tomorrow, and then clean up some of that stuff in the non-league matchup, I see your win total getting up around anywhere between 36 and 40. Obviously, if it gets up close to 40, that's going to be pretty hard to ignore.
Well, that would be our hope. That would be our first mission, is to get to that point. I don't remember exactly what year it was, but I remember Oregon State winning 39 games at one point, not getting in. So that's in the back of my mind. It's something we can't control, and we just want to go out playing our best baseball and give ourselves an opportunity.
All right. Obviously, the two pitching performances yesterday by San Diego with both Solis and Blair, that's probably the two best back-to-back pitching performances I've seen this year, and I've seen most of the Pac-10 teams. What do you guys need to do tomorrow to come out on top?
Well, I think we're a little shell-shocked right now. Two outstanding starts by both the guys that you mentioned, and the kid yesterday, Blair, was just absolutely dominating. I was proud of our guys for fighting till the very end, with tying around the plate there in the last inning after getting no hit for 8 2/3. But they were better than us yesterday, and they're a better club than us today, and we just have to quickly get past that and start having some better at bats and flush those things away. It's not easy to do when you've been dominated like we have been the last 2 days.
Middle infield play, center fielder, obviously some young prospects coming up in the program. Better days coming ahead for the Pilots, I think.
Well, we're happy with our young guys. They're doing a really good job, and the kids that you mentioned have certainly played well. I think when you look to the future, there's some neat things ahead, and we certainly want to stay strong on the mound, because I think that's where it all starts. And we're in a nice position today because of the pitching that we have and the supporting cast. They've caught your attention, which is neat, and they're good players.
Coming up here down the road, is there a plug for the conference, maybe hoping to get more than just one team? I know everybody thinks it's down. I think it's a very strong conference. I think the pitching has been, of the teams I've seen in the West Coast, they've been exceptional.
Well, one of the umpires told me today that he's umpired a lot of Pac-10 games this year, and the game that he had yesterday was the best pitch game he's seen all year.
I would agree with that.
And I certainly felt that. I was super proud of Kyle Krause, and just didn't work out for us. But lost my train of thought on your question now. But
do you think there's a plug there for getting more than just one team for the conference?
Well, we have. It's always our hope within the West Coast Conference to get more than one team into the league. This year, I think for economic reasons, they did away with the postseason conference format, which was a 2-team playoff. So it's a lousy year to finish second. So it's possible that only one team would get in. We have talked at length about moving what used to be a 2-team playoff to a 4-team tournament. The coaches would all love to do it. There's many reasons to do it, and if you've got a couple of clubs with good records, that might still get in with the committee, and maybe that second or third place team gets hot and wins the tournament, then that's a way to get a couple, 2 or 3 teams in. Like I said, the coaches have proposed this and been in favor of it for probably as long as I've been in the league, and it's never been approved.
Probably comes down to economics, then.
Well, I think it does, and certainly we understand that, but you know, I would hope that at some point, maybe with the success that our basketball teams had in tournament play this year, that the conference might have some resources to help us get that underway. And it would be a really neat thing for so many student athletes and give everybody a reason to play late in the season. Because you know, you're not just fighting for a league championship, but you know, if you're that fifth, sixth place team fighting to get in, you still have a reason to go to the ballpark right till the end.
Right. Well, hey, good luck tomorrow, Coach.
Okay, thanks very much.